Welcome to Brown's Rod and Custom, your home for street rods, muscle cars, and Volkswagen content. This is my dad, Big Ron. He's our body man and fabricator. This is my beautiful wife, Megan, our editor-in-chief and supporter. And this is me, Adam, the designer and mechanic for our projects. If you find our videos helpful, like and subscribe for more content.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Brown's Rod and Custom. If you're watching this, please hit the subscribe button. We would really appreciate it. It would help us out a lot. Stay tuned. We got a lot more for you in this episode. Thanks for watching. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. Happy Sunday. It is March 23rd. It's about 10:45 in the morning. Big Ron's been working on the Apache for me while I've been taking Megan to work, coming back. So let me show you what he got done, and we'll go from there. Show you what we're going to be doing. So he went ahead, he got all of that welded up. So we're welded up there. Now a lot of grinding still has to happen and stuff. But we're welded up there, we're welded up here. So now the next step in this is to remove this piece, okay? See where we got the rod here? We're gonna pull this off, and above this is a support brace, which is good for us. We're gonna get this off of here, get this POR-15 up in here, let that dry for a little bit. We're gonna make this panel, okay? And then we're gonna stick a piece of metal back in behind here, so we have something to weld to. And instead of trying to fill that, and that'll give us the ability to get that in there. And we'll weld that bottom lip up, and then we'll make this piece here, and we'll get that welded in. Once that's done, we'll move to here. Now something else I also just talked to Ron about that I want to get done today is this. I want to get this welded in. So I'm going to go grab that out of my camper and get it in here so that it's ready to go. And since we have literally everything ready, there's the welder right there, we can get some of these low-hanging fruit things done. And maybe if we're lucky, by the end of the day, I might be using POR-15 up in the kick panels and on the firewall and under the dash. That could be happening. Just see where we get with the welding. I don't want to get in the way. So that's where that's at. And yeah, guys, getting somewhere though. This is a tank now. I mean, it's an absolute structural piece of the truck. It's not moving. Now, another thing we're going to take care of is right here where the seam is. We're going to grind this down and weld up this seam and grind it down so that we don't have a problem there. Same on this side. I don't like the seam, that guy there, so we're going to take care of that too. So lots of things happening. This thing's going to really take shape. Right now my goal is to get everything welded up, get as much rust taken care of as I can on the inside of the cab, like this, that, get all this dialed in and welded up. And then when I get back, being it's Sunday, I mean honestly I could do it tomorrow, but start grinding all this stuff down will be the next step. So that's where we're at. That's what we got. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Here's your Volkswagen thing content. We're going to be working on this here soon when we get back. Me and Ron were just talking about it. We're going to put a day in on it. Get the lug nut. I'm missing the lug nut on that wheel. And in that, I know it's a lug nut, but it's actually a stud on a Volkswagen. And you have to shave off a little bit of it so it doesn't hit the brake. So a little bit of work has to go into that. That's not as easy as just bolting it on. And then we're going to figure out the rear air shocks. Still got that problem. My speedometer cable, and we're going to put in the new corner marker lights that Uncle Billy Bob sent us. And yeah, so we'll put a day in on this here at some point. But anyways, guys, you know, I think today, no, it's going to be next Saturday. I was thinking today might be the day for the taillight, but that's too soon. It'll be next week. So if we get any parts, I'll let you know. We're still waiting on the taillight for the Chrysler, a rear window seal for the Chrysler, and the 2 bags from the thing shop for our windows that
they're storage bags basically, and we're waiting on those. So see what happens. Talk to you guys in a minute. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, here's that patch panel for the gas filler hole, gas filler neck. It fits amazing. I've done 0 trimming. It's perfect. So that's going to get welded in today. If you're looking for this, if you see this and you're looking for it, this is your part number. This is the bag it came in. That's where I got it, LMC truck. I believe it cost me $9.01 to my door. The part itself was like $3.45 or something. So definitely worth it. It's got the contour, it's got everything cut out. I mean, honestly, with the price of steel, it's probably cheaper to buy this than it is to make it. So, you know, not too bad. And it got here pretty quick. I think we got this within 2 or 3 days. So really, really happy with that. So stay tuned for that to be getting welded in here in a minute. Okay guys, welcome back. So here's where we're at. We got these pieces out, okay? You can see here. Now up in there is pretty rough. You guys can see that. Let's see if I can see what you can see. Back up in there. Hold on. You can go to the other side, you can see it a lot better. So basically where we're at is Ron is making patch panels. There you go. Let me zoom in for you. Patch panels that go here. Now the wire you see hanging out actually goes to the dome light here. We're going to keep that wire in there because we know where it goes down here to the fuse panel, and when we do our wiring harness we can basically tape the new wires to that for the dome light and then just fish it through. So that's going to be the idea there. But what he's going to do is get his panels made. He's got the bottom one made. Now he's going to work on the side piece. And then he's going to go ahead and POR-15 up in there and let that dry before we weld that up and get that in. So that's what's coming next. This will be a little later, but definitely that's going to look like something by the end of the day. And we'll also be able to get the piece in here under there behind it to have something to weld to and weld that up as well. So we'll get that all welded up. So we're getting there, boys. We're getting there. There's parts of this that are going to be easy, and there's parts of this that are going to be a little more challenging, and you got to make things that they don't literally make. Like, they don't sell these that I know of. So we're making them. And they'll look great. So we're using 18 gauge steel just like what they did and everything else. So it should turn out pretty good. So there's that. I'm going to get back to work, boys. See you in a few. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Brown's Riding Custom. So it's been a day. We have done a lot of things, and I'm going to run you through them real quick, just so we're all on the same page. So Big Ron has been working on the Apache, and I have been working on the Volkswagen thing. And we both made a whole lot of progress. And I'll run through the Volkswagen thing deal, but you'll have a video of it here shortly. So basically what we did, or what I did, jacked it up in the rear, fixed the air shocks again, adjusted the clutch cable
got that where it needed to be. Now if you remember, we've already went over the rear, everything's tight underneath the other day. So drop that back down, came up front, jacked up the front, pulled the front wheels off of it, checked the speedometer cable where it goes through the front brake drum. That looks fine there. So I think my speedometer issue is in the speedometer, unfortunately. So we'll figure that out tomorrow. Uncle Billy Bob, I put your corner marker lights in. They work freaking fantastic. No more blowing fuses. Everything works exactly like it should. Why I didn't do it months ago, I don't really know. But got that fixed. So we're no longer blowing fuses. We got our marker lights working. All electrical works now good. We adjusted the front brakes. They work good now. I went over the front suspension, all the bolts and everything. Everything's tight. And everything was tight. Nothing was loose. What else did it? Oh, we put the lug nut on the passenger front wheel that was missing. So we did that. And so yeah, the thing is really good right now. It's better than it's been for sure. So whole lot of progress has happened on the thing over the past couple weeks. But today was a huge day for it. This was kind of the day that needed to happen on the thing. So that's happened. Also, my neighbor down the street, way down there somewhere, way down in that world, older gentleman, probably in his 70s, maybe 80s, but I'd say 80s. He's got, of all things, he's got a 2021 Hyundai Veloster N car, and it's like a 2.3 turbo or something, 4-cylinder turbo, but it's fast as hell. He's probably got 10 grand in the engine. And I'm not even kidding. It's got like a stage 2 everything, full exhaust, downpipe back, Kevlar intake, blow off valve, tune, all the shit. It's all there, right? Oil catch can, breathers, you name it, he's got it under the hood of this thing. So he came down here 2 days ago, and I wasn't here, but he was looking for me to help him put a Hyundai Sonata in fuel pump in his Veloster, which is very simple. It's literally mounted on top of the valve cover. It's two 10mm bolts, a hard fuel line, 2 hard fuel lines, and an electrical connection. Pretty much it. But it's incredibly easy to strip out and cross thread the bolts and do all those things. So he had a lot of anxiety about it and was nervous because he tried it once before and stripped the bolts. It cost him $1,000 to replace the valve cover. So I went down there today and I put it in. It took me about 20 minutes, but put it in. So he's up and running. They're going to be going to Leadfoot City and drag racing Friday night, so that's exciting. So they're going to have a lot of fun. And him and the other neighbor across the street, younger guy, they're buddies and hang out and have a lot of fun. So so we did that. But what you probably want to see is the Apache. So let me show you the Apache. Let me show you where we're at here. Hold on. Big rounds, clean it up. All right. So we did not get to this, but we will get to this. But Big Ron poured all up in here, behind the dash, up under the dash. So a whole lot more pouring happened. We also got up in here, above the door here. All of this got poured, and this and that. And Ron went ahead and made the pieces that go here. Yep. I'm not going to touch that because it's probably wet. But tomorrow, I guess, or whenever we get around to it, we'll start putting them in. And we'll get this dialed in. And then he welded that up this morning. Welded that up. We're looking good, guys. So, a whole lot has happened to the Apache. A lot of time was spent making these panels. Where do you have those panels? Do you have them?
They're drying.
Are they outside drying? I'll show you the panels.
They're just little pieces.
There's little pieces of metal that... Here we go. These are little patch panels. He bent that up.
And then there's this guy. So this should take care of most of that rot and problem up there. So yeah, guys, that's what we got for you. It has been a day. We've got a lot accomplished in a short amount of time, but progress is being made. He also got in the kick panel there, which is also huge. So we still got to do this side, but we're getting there. So anyway, guys, stay tuned. We'll be back tomorrow morning, getting all that in up there, and we'll just keep on rolling. Thanks for watching. If you're watching this, please like and subscribe, and we hope you have a great night. We'll see you in the morning.